Hi everyone. Hey, nice to see you all. I can see chat tonight. And I'm Noreen, your host, and thanks so much for joining Do You Believe show on LIVESCIFI.tv. And guess who's in the studio with me? But you probably can already see him.
Yeah,
Tim Wood. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Noreen. I still got my paranormal tan from the Sally House.
From the Sally House.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim, thanks for joining me tonight. I always love having you in the studio with me.
Well, thanks for having me.
And for those who might not know who Tim Wood is the owner and
Is that like a vacuum thing?
What's that?
I have no idea.
Oh, Tim, that never that's not my computer, is it?
No, it sounds like a vacuum. It's like a ghost vacuum or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
for those of you who don't know Tim Wood and are joining us for the first time, Tim Wood is the owner and creator of LIVESCIFI.tv. He's also the director of my show, which I'm thank you.
Of many hats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And also for those who are over on YouTube, come on over to LIVESCIFI.tv and join us and chat. We've got an awesome chat room. Everybody is really friendly, and we're the Live Sci-Fi family, and it's an awesome place for you to chat and make friends. Also, would you please give us a like tonight, and please subscribe to Live Sci-Fi. You'll get the updates whenever Live Sci-Fi will be doing a live paranormal investigation, and also when am I too long-winded? And also when
take a breath there.
and
You're all revved up tonight.
And also, I'm so excited. And also,
what the hell is that?
When the Do You Believe show. Actually, our regular schedule is Thursday night, same time, same channel. We're getting a strange noise in the studio tonight.
Yeah, it sounds like a vacuum.
Is that? I've never heard that before. Is it being overloaded?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh boy.
Let me get some shout outs to everyone.
Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
Here. I'm going to say hello to the people in chat. Hello, Gacy. For those that don't know, Gacy is the guy who helped me design the T-shirt for the new Live Sci-Fi baseball
really?
tee. Yeah, so
oh my God!
Gacy. And everybody, if anybody wants a T-shirt, check them out. They're
you have a store on
Yeah,
LiveSciFi.tv.
store, so yeah, check them out. But I want to say special thanks to our moderator Tulip, who I think now is just finally rested up. Ravens, Skull, Beautiful, Para. Hot Halos, Charlie, Toxic, Katie, Nanny, Chipper, Curious, Mooney, Shadow, Kristen, Rhino, Plum, Querson, Leanne, Clumsy.
Tim, that's
I think it's like 90 degrees in here. I'm actually wearing shorts for the first time during your show.
Do you think I need to put a fan on that computer?
Yeah.
I don't want it to...
Ice or something. Marie, Shy, Okari, Nomad, Holy Grail, Ginger, Krista, Evil, Rebecca, Ian, Gwen, Katie, Lalek, Snake One, Rich, me. Yeah, so we have a lot of people tuning in tonight. But next week, Noreen and I have a treat for you guys. We're going to be actually going out to the Suicide Forest.
Don't tell them where.
And we're going to be doing a ghost hunt out there.
It's a secret location, and we do have a suicide forest, and it's secret.
Yeah, it's
secret. But we'll take you there.
Yeah, it's a secret. We're going to take you there.
I haven't been paranormal investigating in... Gosh, a couple of years.
I'll pack some Depends for you. Yeah, next Thursday we're going to be doing a little ghost hunt. So,
yeah, and it'll be live, so...
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And anything else you want to say before we start?
No, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in last weekend for the Sally House Ghost Hunt. We had a lot of great support, and we're going to be announcing our next Ghost Hunt, which is going to be a haunted insane asylum. It's probably going to be a 2-day live event thing, complete with gurneys and padded walls.
Oh my God! I can't wait.
Yeah. So.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get in with the chat room too. They're my friends. I made friends with them.
That's great.
I love your chat room.
They're all great people.
Yeah, they are.
So what are we talking about tonight, Ori?
Okay, tonight we're going to talk about a cursed movie, which is the Poltergeist movie.
Okay.
And
that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I know it is. You know, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I still know what goes on over there.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a cursed movie, and all the crew and the cast members, when they came on to the set, they all had a strange feeling, and they knew something was wrong. They had a feeling that it was haunted and it was cursed,
Right.
and they all had that feeling.
Right. That's crazy.
Now, there have been 4 cast members that have died since the movie. Tim, I'm really worried about
it's
that.
never done that. Hopefully it
No,
doesn't catch
I'm
fire
really
or something like that.
worried that it's being overloaded.
Oh well, yeah, we'll find out.
And one a near death. So let's start. The movie started was aired in the movies in 1982 by Steven Spielberg. And he had picked out Carol Ann, who played the main character. No, her name was O'Rourke was her name. Heather O'Rourke.
Yeah.
And he...
I had a crush on her.
Well, you mean you were the same age?
Yeah, when I was watching them, I was growing up.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, she was hot. The blonde hair. Yeah.
When she was 5 years old?
Oh yeah, I think I was like 6 or 7 or something.
She was beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful little
Yeah.
girl. And he had seen her on the MGM set because her sister was in a movie called Penny. Oh God, you don't even think I could remember that. She was doing Pennies from Heaven,
Right.
and she happened to be on the set with her mother, and they were having lunch at the MGM little cafeteria there.
Right.
And he had come in and he had seen Heather, and he walked up to her. She was only 5. He said, "Hey Heather, do you want to do would you like to be in a movie?" And she looked at him. She goes, "Sure." Mm-hmm. And then he said, "Well, you know, you come to the studio, and I will interview you." Mm-hmm. And so they went to the studio, and he sat her down, and he said, "I'm gonna show you some stuffed animals." It was a pig, a pink pig, and another little animal that was purple. And he said, "Now, can you get scared for me?" And she saw those little stuffed animals, and she just started cracking up. She couldn't stop laughing. And he said, "Okay, well, you're too young. You're too young."
Right.
But then he thought about it, because he said there's something about her. So he asked her to come back the next day for another interview.
Right.
And this time they came in with the script from Sesame Street, the Cookie Monster. Mm-hmm. And he said, "Now, Carol Ann, can you cry?" And she said, "Yes, I can do that." And then, oh God. And then he asked her, "Well, can you scream?" And she just started screaming and screaming and screaming. And he goes, okay, that's enough. And he called the interview. And the next day they got a call, and he said, I want her to play the role of Carol Ann. So that's how that all started. Is that okay? Then, the first actress, the first one to go, poor thing, was...
First one to bite the dust?
Yeah, it was Dominique Dunn. Mm-hmm. And she was going with a sheriff by the name of Sweeney.
And she played the role of Carol Ann's sister. Yeah, she was another cutie. I think I got her mixed up with Carol Ann. I had a crush on.
Oh, the dark-haired girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I thought maybe she might have been a little young.
Yeah.
I think she was 12 years... Well, no, I don't remember how old... she was 22 when she got killed. Anyway, she got... Sweeney, he was a sheriff, mm-hmm. and she had broken up with him.
Right.
And he wanted to come back to see her one last time to see if he could make amends with her and they could get back together. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess they had an argument, and she said no dice, and he got violent with her and he killed her.
Wow. And
so this was so that was it. Mm-hmm. And
well, just out of nowhere, or were they an
well, he left her in the because he wanted to get back with her, and he had actually strangled her for about 4 to 6 minutes, and he left her in the driveway. They found her dead in the driveway, and then now Julian Beck, Julian Beck, he was a 60-year-old actor, and he played Henry Kane. And now that was actually in Poltergeist II, and he was the old, that's scary.
He was by far one of the creepiest.
Oh my God! When I saw him show up in the movie, and he came to the door, oh my God! Yeah,
Freako.
He had cancer.
Yeah, well, he looked like a.
Well, he was dying of cancer anyway when he was doing that movie.
Cancer? He looked like a
stomach cancer.
Wow.
Yeah.
He looked gravely ill.
He was ill. But anyway,
the guy you have nightmares about.
Yeah, poor thing.
Freako.
Yeah, so he died. Then also now there was Will Sampson. Now he was 53 years old, and he was actually an American Indian shaman.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he wanted to go back on the set at night. He said, "I want to go back." He said, "There's something really bad with this movie, with the whole set." So he said, "I'm going to go back, and I want to be alone, and I'm going to go back and do an exorcism."
Wow.
Yes.
On the set or
on the set? No, nobody was there. No, on the set.
Okay.
He went back one night, and he did an exorcism. And
what did you think was on the set? Just
he said it was evil. Oh yeah, he said it was evil.
Wow.
It was evil. The whole crew, everybody from day one, the whole crew knew there was something wrong, something drastically wrong. And actually, the house that they videoed the movie in, that house was a real house, by the way.
Yeah.
It's in Simi Valley.
Set, right?
No, it wasn't a set. And so anyway, so Will came on the set at night, nobody around, and he did an exorcism on the set.
Wow.
Now, the next day when everybody came back to work, they actually.
Our set needs an exorcism tonight.
It's really hot. It's really hot.
Yeah.
The whole crew said they felt a lot better. It felt a lot better. But he also died. He died from kidney failure in 1987. This was about, 5 years after the movie was released.
Or what did he die from?
From kidney failure, a post-operative kidney problem.
I mean, it's like so random. I mean, it seems like everybody associated with this movie is just dying.
Yeah, and then of course Heather. Heather was the fourth one. Yeah. She was 12 years old. Really something wrong. And it could have been the subject matter. Now another thing is, when
those that don't know, I have not seen the movie, The Poltergeist. In a nutshell, can you tell people what it's about?
No. Well, the family moves into this big, beautiful house. It's in Simi Valley, and and the little girl, Carol Ann, which is Heather O'Rourke, she's watching TV one day, and all of a sudden the TV goes staticky. I think we have a picture of it. The TV goes staticky, and she's seeing something on the other side, and they're talking to her. Right. And then she says, "They're here." And she is actually communicating with this thing that's on the other side.
Yep.
And then, so you can go from there about. Go ahead.
So basically, I guess she gets kind of. It's kind of like an ITC session. She starts making contact with these entities from the other side, and eventually one of them abducts her.
Oh, but wait a minute. Yeah. And before all this was happening, there's a picture, too, of... They came into the kitchen one morning, and in the kitchen...
the activities...
all the furniture is stacked up on top of one another. That's when they started noticing things were going wrong. Go ahead, continue, dear.
Okay, yeah. So eventually the activity escalates, and she eventually, this really dark entity makes contact with her.
I have a picture.
And, it eventually abducts her.
Well, what happened was they were all sitting in the living room, and then all of a sudden this thing, I have a picture, poor Tim, I didn't... I didn't label the
I didn't
pictures.
bring my glasses tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through this.
This thing
software.
is at the top of the stairs. This big, huge, flowy thing is at the top of the stairs, and it starts coming down, and they're all sitting there looking at this thing.
But it's not the vacuum cleaner. That's not. Yeah. That sounds like a sound effect.
And then things started happening.
Yeah.
Things really started happening. The upstairs, all the toys and furniture and everything get sucked up like a tunnel and go into another room.
Yeah.
The little boy, her brother, I think his name was Robbie on the set. That night there was like lightning, and he was afraid of thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
And he looks out in the window, and this tree comes alive, and it grabs him and pulls him out of his bedroom, and the tree grabs onto him.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, and then they go upstairs, and then the parents go upstairs, and they're looking for Carol Ann, and they had called in a psychic, Zelda Rubinstein, and played the psychic, and she's dead too.
Yeah, if she had more hair, you'd do really good impersonation.
But she died.
Well, a little more hairspray.
Oh,
Because her hair was like, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I have a picture of her.
I know,
Little
yeah.
poor Zelda. Now she died in January of 2010, but she died. Actually, they said she died from natural causes, and she was only 76. But I think she was. Had a disability. And then anyway, so they go upstairs, and they're looking for Heather. They had called in the psychic, which was played by Zelda, and when they went up there, they couldn't find Heather. They couldn't find Carol Ann. And they had opened up this door, I think it was in the closet, and out comes this big bright light, and I have a picture of that. And the father and the mother and Zelda and the psychic are standing there, and she said, and the mother's screaming at her, come out of there, come to me. And the psychic goes, no, let her go into the light. Yep. And the mother started swearing. She was so upset. How, and the father too, how could you tell her to go there? And the thing did take Carol Ann. It took Carol Ann.
Yeah, that's pretty tragic.
It was good.
Yeah,
it was great.
There's been a couple of movies. I mean, it's not just this movie in particular. Where people have been have not only had tragic events happen, and then they died. I mean, a lot of people with this movie have.
But see, you know what else they did though? What? Well, yeah, there was another actor. His name was. Lawrence was his last name. He was the.
Plum. Somebody from Twitter said Plum Nice said we are secretly making ice cream in the studio tonight. Oh. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, it's like 90 something degrees in here tonight.
It is, and that fan has never gone on that desktop before ever.
I think we have a paranormal.
I hope we can finish the show though. I'm really worried. Okay, so Richard Lawrence. Now Richard Lawrence played Ryan in the movie. I have a picture of him. He's the black fella. I have a picture of him. Now he was in a terrible plane accident. The plane crashed, it went underwater, and 27 people died and 24 survived, and he was one of those 24. He said it went down into the water, but he was able to get up and get out.
Wow.
So he was almost killed.
Right.
Now, also, that scene that Beth Williams did, she played the mother. I have a picture of that. She went into this backyard, into the swimming pool. She fell in. It was all muddy and all yucky and everything.
Yep.
And you know how the skeletons floated up to the top? Well, guess what? Those were real skeletons.
Wow.
And she didn't...
How did they get real skeletons?
Well, because they couldn't afford... They said it was too cost prohibitive to try and replicate a skeleton. Wow. And they needed a bunch of them. So instead of replicating skeletons, they got real skeletons.
Crazy.
And she didn't know that.
Maybe that had something to do with
It did.
Disrespecting the dead.
It did. Actually, James Von Prague, everybody know who James Von Prague is? He's a well-known psychic, spirit medium. He said that the spirits didn't like what they were doing. And some of the spirits were attached to their skeleton, and they were extremely unhappy that they were doing that. And that was another issue that they had. So anyway, yeah, and then also on Poltergeist II, the director Brian Gibson.
Right.
He was only 59 years old. Now they don't talk about that, but he died.
Wow.
He died of bone cancer.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, some of the other movies that were, there's The Exorcist. Actually, they did an actual exorcism on the set as well.
Actually, they didn't do an exorcism on the set. Yes, because he wanted the priest that they had. His last name was Birmingham.
Right.
I forget his first name. Thomas Birmingham. He was the priest that was the consultant on The Exorcist, and all the people there had asked, please do an exorcism, and he didn't do it. He refused to do it. But the only thing he would do was bless. He did a blessing of the set.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything else you want to know?
No, I think you're pretty full of information tonight.
But we're going to do some more shows, aren't we, Tim, on other cursed?
Yeah, the next one I think we're probably going to do is James Dean.
That's my favorite. Oh, my God, thank you. Because that is... James Dean practiced in the occult. James Dean, yes. He was from... he died in 1955. He's like... he's an icon. Even though he only did 3 movies,
right.
He's been idolized all these years. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of young people that you have in your your chat room.
But he's the guy with the slick back hair, carried a comb in his back pocket.
Oh, he was gorgeous.
Yeah, whenever I think of James Dean, I think of Jimmy Dean the sausage.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know, but no comparison at all. Okay. James Dean was absolutely gorgeous, and he was in love with an old-time actress called Piper Laurie. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if I don't think they ever did they never did a movie together. I think maybe East of Eden. She may have been in East of Eden with him, but he only did 3 movies: Giant, East of Eden, and Rebel Without a Cause. And he dealt in the occult. Right. He dealt in the occult. Yep. And he was kind of cursed. And I think he knew he was going to die at a young age.
Right.
But I don't want to talk about that because...
Let's talk about the Poltergeist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so now they're coming out with another Poltergeist, aren't they?
Yeah, Poltergeist the remake, and I'm really curious to see if they're going to have some of the same people. If they had asked me to be in the movie, I would say no way.
Really?
I would not want anything to do with that movie. 1, because it's probably going to suck, like most remakes do. And 2, I just wouldn't want a potential curse. I have enough cursed stuff like the Dybbuk box and everything else to deal with. So I would not want another potential curse looming over my head.
All those actors from '82 would be too old now anyway to go into the new movie that they're producing for 2013. Yeah. They'll probably have everything, all new crew and everything.
Yeah.
But who knows what'll happen? Maybe they'll have the same curse. Or something will happen.
I think anytime you use real bones on a set, you're probably...
Be interesting to... So they're going to remake the entire movie?
I think the entire first one. I think they're going to remake that. And they're in, I think, production right now.
But don't forget, this was done in '82. So today, they probably have an easy way to replicate those bones.
In '80. Yeah,
well, in '82, look how long ago that was.
Yeah.
It's nothing like today, and they can even use digital. They could use digital for that.
I would hope not. I hope they would have at least some decent props set up. But it's just unfortunate that all these girls, all these, especially the young one, Heather, died. I mean, she was a really young and
12 years
promising-
old.
really young and promising actress. And it seems like everyone associated, a lot of the people associated with this movie met really like unfortunate and untimely deaths. So
Yeah, even after.
the only person who did it is Steven Spielberg.
Well, no, Jo Beth Williams is still alive, and so is JT. He's still alive as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Maybe they didn't feed into the curse. Maybe that's how they survived. They didn't feed into it. Who knows? If everybody was feeling that same feeling, and you know how you can make yourself sick. You can actually will yourself sick. You can actually will yourself.
I don't think Heather willed herself sick.
But then she might have been thinking about it. Who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows what they were talking about on the set? You don't know what they were talking about.
Well, I think there's. You look at certain other. To bring up other movies, but there's other movies where curses played a definitive role. I think in some of these people's deaths. And like The Crow is another one.
Oh,
were the Lee curse. That guy, first big movie. And
Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Brandon Lee, his son, gets shot on set.
And they were both.
And that sucks.
Well, they were both doing a fight scene. Bruce Lee got killed doing a fight scene, and so did Brandon.
Yeah, but gets shot with a bullet.
How freaky was that?
Yeah,
that was really freaky.
Pretty lame.
But
yeah, if anybody has questions or anything like that, or wants to pipe in, you guys can tweet us at LiveSciFi. We're taking questions via Twitter right now, so at LiveSciFi. But yeah, the Poltergeist, movie which she was in, Heather especially, she was only like 13 or 12 years old, and she had her whole life in front of her, and it's not like this movie was shot like, in the 50s or something like that. It's just, she died of something stuck in her ass pretty much, right? Like a bowel thing.
She had a bowel blockage.
How random is that? You never hear of a 13-year-old or 12-year-old dying from a bowel blockage. Something, problem with your, So,
but why didn't she tell
crazy.
her?
That's to me. You have all these other. You put the whole piece together, and you have all these other people that died. To me, it's crazy. There had to be something going on.
Guess it was just her time to go, or she was cursed.
All the people.
She
all
was
these
cursed.
People that just randomly died.
But so Zelda. She died of natural causes at 76. Natural causes at 76? That's pretty unusual.
But how about the other people?
Oh, they all had they had cancer.
Yeah.
They had cancer.
Random.
And
I
Will...
wonder what they were feeding them on the set. I don't know. McDonald's every day or what?
Well, Will had a kidney issue. He had a kidney issue.
Crazy.
And then poor Dominique getting killed by a sheriff of all people.
Yeah.
He only did 4 years in prison.
Yeah.
And he got out.
Yeah. Nuts. So tonight I guess we're gonna do some ITC and try to contact Heather.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be crazy if we got that dark entity
that was on the set?
Yeah.
Well, we probably will.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
We probably will.
Surprise me, so but yeah.
They have any questions?
I don't see. People.
I'm sure they've all seen.
Chatty tonight.
Don't forget anybody who's on YouTube. Please come on over.
To ask. Yeah.
What?
No.
Please come on over to LiveSciFi.tv and join us in chat.
Yeah, we're just kind of hanging out tonight, but we're gonna be doing a ghost hunt at a haunted asylum pretty soon, which I'm pretty stoked about.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah.
2 days is good.
Yeah. The Sally house was a little bit too long. I was pretty beat up the third night, I have to admit.
Yeah, two nights is good. You're still fresh on the second day.
Right. Yeah, I like being fresh. So, it's Chu's birthday. We have a moderator. It's her birthday, so Noreen's gonna sing to her. She's got some tweets in here.
Happy birthday, Chu! Happy birthday! Thanks for being our moderator tonight, even though it's your birthday.
Yeah, shout out to Demarov too, who just said for me to shout his name. Tash AM85 from Twitter asked, do you think someone purposely cursed them? I mean, using real bones would make it easy to do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think
but
sometimes, so I think the way it works is sometimes you get people out there that do not want certain things.
You mean the spirits?
Well, no, I mean, I think, spirits and people, certain things to be portrayed the way they are in the media.
Well, that would go along with The Exorcist.
Yeah, and, certain subjects and certain things. I don't think that there's certain people or certain things on the other side that like other people knowing.
But that's crazy because who would think the Wizard of Oz would be connected to a curse, or the Passion of Christ?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Now, The Omen was another one.
Right.
And that also was a cursed set. Oh, I think...
Is that an omen? Your computer's gonna explode?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, that's the first time it's ever done that.
But it's like 90 degrees in the studio. It's really hot.
Yeah, it's pretty sweaty. So let's sing Happy Birthday to you.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead. All right, come on.
Wait, I gotta get my microphone. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chewy. Happy birthday to you.
There you go. Yay. All right. Go get drunk tonight. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just seems really fishy to me. So what happened with The Omen, Noreen?
Oh God, I didn't read all my notes because we weren't going to do it. I have my. The thing is, that was another one when they went on the set. They knew, the director was told, you're going to have issues. You're going to have problems if you make this movie.
Right.
They were told that.
I'm told that every time I do it goes
Wasn't that William Castle who directed that?
For the first one or the remake?
The Omen. Was it William Castle?
I think so.
Okay, I think it was. Who do you know who directed The Exorcist?
William no, it's the guy who wrote the book. I don't remember. Yeah.
The Omen might have been
some guy.
Gosh, I didn't bring my notes with me. They're in the other room. But anyway, they were told on The Exorcist. They were told they're looking for trouble if you make this movie.
Right.
And sure enough, they had issues. Linda Blair had. She got actually hurt herself when she was doing that convulsive scene and they were lifting her up. Those straps got loose. So when she fell, she actually got hurt.
Well, I think, I find this a lot on, especially when we go to the Sally House or some places. Oftentimes when you cover certain subject matters or you do certain things, you're confronted with stuff from the other side. And I think acting can be a very powerful thing. When you recreate a scene to make it look as real as you can, then you put people in that environment, such as like an exorcism or like a Poltergeist movie. You can actually, it's almost like creating, like when you go out into an investigation, what I do a lot is you create an environment for stuff to happen. And sometimes I think like what happens in these movies is when you create these environments where you put these people in there and they're acting it up and stuff like that, they're almost like trigger objects. They're almost like lightning rods, attracting this type of negative activity. So there's no doubt in my mind that that they could actually be drawing in all this negative energy from around them, and that could potentially lead to all the deaths that have occurred on the set. Now, The Crow, was a negative movie. It's about this guy who
gets killed.
Gets killed, dies an abruptly death, and then he's brought back from the grave to avenge the loss of his wife and himself, their deaths. And, that movie right there, that's a pretty, just the subject matter alone,
Oh yeah, and then here they use that bullet was, and it wasn't a real bullet, but it was something to do with the plastic cap or something on it. That's what killed him.
Yeah, you have also Chula said also the entity was supposedly cursed too.
The entity.
That's the one about where the girl gets raped in the.
That's a true story.
Yeah, that's freaky.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I don't have any information on that as being a cursed movie, and I don't have anything on the Amityville either. When I was pulling up information, none of those two did not come up.
Yeah.
On the Omen, several people actually did get struck by lightning, and twice.
What? They got struck twice by
yes,
lightning?
twice. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. But we can do those another time. Because we have information on those other movies for cursed movies.
So a couple people in chat are asking about the next live ghost hunt. Well, Noreen and I are going to be going out to the Suicide Forest next Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I haven't been on a ghost hunt in over 2 years.
Yeah, I'm going to take Noreen out, and we're going to do a special "Do You Believe in the Suicide Forest?"
Yeah.
Next week, so it should be.
That should be fun.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. So we'll be starting that. We'll be doing that next Thursday. So should be good investigation. But I think there's a ton of things out there that we don't know about. Curses and such, and
no, we're not going to. We're not going to Japan's suicide forest. We actually have a suicide forest
in California.
In California, and we'll be going there next week.
Yeah, it's our little
secret place.
Yeah, secret
but it actually is.
It is real suicide.
It is. Yeah. It is. We can give you the history on it next week.
Yep. Yeah. So it should be pretty exciting. Yeah, Beautiful Evil 3 says, I like that movie. The Crow is pretty good. Yeah, it is pretty good. Let's see here. Did Steven Spielberg ever acknowledge the curse? Kristen Manning at Cayman Gart at Twitter asks.
You know what? I don't think so.
Yeah, you don't think so?
Mm-mm.
I don't think you would ever acknowledge a curse.
No.
Yeah.
And actually, Beth Williams said it on a video too that she didn't believe that there was a curse.
Really?
And maybe, like I said, maybe that's why nothing affected her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when she said she didn't know that those were real skeletons. Now I don't know why. Maybe they did that on purpose not to tell her.
Right.
Or maybe they told her while she was doing this scene, and that's why she was really screaming. She did a good job on the screaming. It was like real.
Yeah. No doubt.
Well, I don't have anything else on the Poltergeist.
Yeah, Rosemary's Babies too.
Oh.
Also another movie that there was something that really went wrong. That was filmed by Roman Polanski. I
think that's the one that William Castle either directed or produced.
Okay.
That's the one. And that one...
that was a Polanski movie.
I know, but William Castle had something to do with it as well, I believe.
Yeah.
God, I wish...
And that was just really... because right around that time, I think after he filmed it, the Manson murders occurred.
Yes, what happened was he bought Terry Melcher. Now, Charles Manson had gone to Terry Melcher, and that's the mansion that Roman Polanski bought. He bought Terry Melcher's, mansion. And Charles Manson had gone to Terry Melcher and asked him if he would produce some of the music that he had, which I had no idea Charles Manson was into music.
Right.
But he wanted him to produce. And Terry Melcher said, no way. Well, Manson he was infuriated. He was so mad. So one night, I think he assumed that Terry Melcher still owned his mansion because he and his family were going to go out and pay Terry Melcher a visit. But Polanski owned that mansion, and Sharon Tate was at home, and Sharon Tate was 8 months pregnant, just like they're comparing Sharon Tate and Roman Polanski to Rosemary's Baby. But anyway, so the family went out there, and Sharon Tate, and she had some friends over there, and they decided to kill everybody that was there. And then another thing is John Lennon. Supposedly John Lennon was cursed because Charles Manson had written on purpose in the mansion "Helter Skelter," and that was a song that the Beatles had sung.
Right.
And then I don't know how long after, but then John Lennon was killed, gunned down in front of the hotel. I think it's called the Dakota Hotel, is where Rosemary's Baby had done some filming. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I wish they did a remake of that one. I don't like the original.
Oh, I do. I love that movie.
Yeah, I wish they did a remake of it. But
yeah, that's another one.
yeah, it's crazy. You know,
Yeah.
But curses are the things I just don't like. I mean, how do you break a curse? I guess, there's like the exorcist guy that we had on a while back.
Oh, yeah.
He believes that you can be exorcised from a curse.
Yeah.
But it's pretty frightening to know that someone else could put a curse on you and you could not even know it, and you're just living about your daily life, and one day you just kind of...
I know. Well, maybe once a week you need to get an exorcism done on yourself. You know? I don't know. I'll do an exorcism on you, Tim.
Oh, man.
Hey, don't you have a kit, an exorcism kit?
Yeah.
Why didn't you? Oh, you should have brought it. That would have been great to.
The 1800s.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Should have brought it tonight.
Yeah.
Did you bring your Ouija board?
I didn't. I just brought a ghost box tonight. Yeah, but we do have the devil's toy box in here, which is...
Yeah, but it's not the Ouija board.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of Ouija'd out. We did enough Ouija at the Sally house.
Okay.
So, yeah. You guys have any questions or anything before we go?
That show Cursed is no longer.
Yeah.
They canceled that last year, wasn't it?
It was a horrible show.
Yeah, it's been canceled, Kristen.
Yeah, I guess there's only so many curses that they can talk about.
Actually, Brother Carlos was on that show.
Yeah, I thought it was a horrible show. I think most paranormal shows on TV are horrible.
I can't think of anyone I like.
Neither can I. Yeah, I think they're pretty...
Well, it's phony.
Like that new Paranormal South.
Oh, boy.
That show. Like, God, they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel with
that's
that show.
really bad.
Pretty...
Why would they do that? It's just and the other one was canceled, too. The one where they go into the mine. That one was canceled.
The mine finally fell on them.
Yeah. They had some pretty bad shows. You guys, if you watch those shows... I hope you don't believe any of it, because none of it's real.
I hope my ghost hunting show doesn't suck that bad.
No, but yours is different because you're live and it's real.
Yeah.
See, you're not on TV. When you go on TV, there's no way.
One of the worst shows I saw this year was Stranded.
Is that still on?
I don't know, but I hope they don't show it anymore, because that show was like such a farce. Yeah.
The only thing they ever did close to that, which was my favorite, very favorite, was called Fear on MTV. That was like, God, 8 years ago or 10 years ago.
15 years ago. Yeah.
That was my favorite show. That's the only one I ever liked.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought, I mean, all those shows are fake.
Yeah, they're all fake, guys.
Yeah.
It's all for... And you know it can't be ad-libbed. You have to have some kind of a script.
Well, the Haunted Collector, too, I think is total crap.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine the stuff that he's collecting?
I can only imagine. He probably has like a whole private collection.
It's probably worth millions of dollars.
Yeah.
He's getting these artifacts, these antique items from people that he's going into their homes and taking them. Well, oh yeah. Well, what do you want me to do? Would you like me to take it? Oh yeah, please take it. And he's licking his chops. Oh yeah. And he puts it under glass, Another one. I got another one from a sucker.
Yeah, I think they're all really retarded. Yeah, ghost hunters, God.
I can't believe they're still on.
Fest.
I don't watch it.
And it's funny, he's seeing Jason Haas trying to act like Zach Bacon and stuff, doing the commentary.
I don't even watch it anymore.
Yeah, it's funny.
I
some
don't
nights,
even watch it.
Some nights when there's nothing on,
You'll watch it?
To just check it out. And
I can't even do that.
I can only watch it for a minute or two.
Well, even Ghost Adventures, are they still doing skits now before they go into their investigation?
Oh, yeah, they're all skitted out. Yeah.
Are they still doing that? I think that's stupid.
Yeah, it really makes me
Will they want to be actors? Is that what they're trying to be? Maybe if Ghost Adventures gets canceled, they're going to do a comedy show? Is that what they're...
Zach Bacon's really trying to be a game show host.
Oh.
He's got that whole game show host mentality.
He hasn't been successful, though, with anything he's brought on.
Yeah, Dead Files is another one that I think is really fake.
That's being This is the last season.
The last season, yeah. I guess there's only so many sketches the sketch artist can draw.
But you see, yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad they couldn't have done something with that. But I don't believe that either. I mean, I don't believe that he never sees, they don't communicate. I don't believe any of that.
Hey, Noreen, what was the scariest thing you ever experienced during one of our live ghost hunts?
Oh, I'll tell you what it was.
Right.
I'll tell you. It was when you left me down at the birdcage.
That was awesome.
I was just thinking about this the other day. You don't know what he did to me. Tim and I had gone to Tombstone, and we did a live sci-fi. Me and Tim did a live ghost hunt at the birdcage, Salone, I guess they call it. And so that place was kind of creepy. I mean, it was. But the creepiest part was downstairs. That's where they did the gambling, and they had a couple of rooms where they would do their. There were sex rooms, and I think they did them upstairs too, didn't they? Out on the balconies up there. But anyway, they had a couple of rooms down there. So we're doing the investigation, and it's going good. It's getting pretty active. And Tim goes, "Oh, I need some batteries for something." I go, "Oh, okay." He goes, "Well, so here, Noreen, you take the camera." So he loads me up with the backpack and the camera, and he says, "I'll be back in a minute." So I'm down there, pitch dark, and it's scary as hell down there. And he leaves me. I said, "Okay, hurry back." And so I think I'm talking, but when I get scared, I freeze. And I was scared to death. But I didn't want anybody to know that, so I kept talking, and I knew somebody was right behind me. I couldn't move. I stayed in one place because I couldn't move, because I knew I could feel them. They were right behind me, and I said on camera, "Tim, where are you? Tim, come on, where are you?" 20 minutes he kept me down there by my friggin' self.
It was great.
I was scared to death. I knew damn well what you were doing. After 10 minutes or so, I knew what you were doing.
Well, sometimes you need a little, to inject fear into a patient. You need to inject that. So
I was scared.
Yeah, you're a great trigger object.
Oh, and then when we went to the Stanley Hotel, we did a live show at the Stanley. I was with you one time. And poor Tim. I was with Jay. We were in the other building. What building was that, Tim?
Which one? Oh, the concert hall.
The concert hall. Yeah. I swear that it really to me felt like it was a funeral home at one time. That's what it felt like. And we were downstairs, and this was really late at night. Gosh, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning maybe. And so Tim went back to his room, and so Jay and I were doing an investigation, and there was a room in there that is so scary, scary.
Yeah, that's
it was like where they kept equipment or something. And another investigator got really a lot of activity, and that door, Tim has it. That door shut all by itself. So Tim gets on the phone with Jay, and he says, have Noreen go in that room all by herself. And Jay says, Noreen, will you? I said, no, I won't do it. And Tim's going, tell her to do it. Tell her to do it. Come on, tell her to do it. And Jay's coming back to me, come on, Noreen, come on. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. Noreen, come on, please go in that room all by yourself. I said, I told you, I'm not going in that room. And so I went in there, but not by myself. Jay and I went in there, and we didn't last in there very long. It was scary in there. It really was. I think we were in there for about 5 minutes, and we left.
Yeah. That was a good investigation.
Oh, we had fun. Oh, yeah. God, we used to have fun.
But, David says, come to Jerome, Arizona, and do a ghost hunt at the Haunted Hotel.
That place is huge.
I would love to go to Jerome.
It's huge.
Yeah, I haven't been out there yet. But I think in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be flying out to New York.
Oh.
Go to the asylum. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that'll be
good.
good.
Big show out there.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, it's just going to be just 2 people in
that place is huge.
Yeah. So.
That should be a good one.
But the Sally House archives will be up. We're going to actually be rebroadcasting them. So the first rebroadcast is going to happen on Saturday, you guys. So if you guys have a chance, tune in on Saturday, and if not, you guys can watch the first day 1 on Saturday night. So but I've had lots of terrifying experiences ghost hunting, but probably the most terrifying that I can remember are the ones that I don't remember. If that makes sense.
Do you get scared?
No.
Really?
Well, I do get scared sometimes, but then I tell myself not to be scared. Yeah, because like at the Sally House and stuff like that, it's the moment you get scared where you get in trouble.
Yeah.
That's the problem with that place. A lot of places too.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to control your emotions.
Yeah, I don't like the Sally House.
Yeah.
Now, Valeska House, I'd like to go. I would really like to go to the Valeska House.
Yeah, I've never had anything really crazy happen to me there, but I don't know. Maybe in the future we'll head back out there.
I'd really like you to do that. I'm just fascinated by that. Not because of the horror, but I've heard the EVPs that some people have gotten, and it's unbelievable. I was hoping that somebody could find out who killed that family, because that's so bizarre.
Yeah.
It's just so bizarre to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty bizarre. So on that note, you guys, I think we're going to get set up for our ITC show. So if you guys want to hang out, we'll be starting in about a half hour, the ITC show. So, we're going to say goodbye, and then... or we could just jump into it right now.
Don't you want to take a break?
We can just jump into it right now.
But I bought you food.
We'll eat food after. We'll just go for 45 minutes. Do a quick little ITC.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
How?
We've already been on for an hour. You're gonna make this a long show?
No. We'll just tell people to refresh the Live Sci-Fi page in just a second. Is that cool with you guys? Because I know some people have. Wake up early in the morning and stuff like that, so we'll just jump right into it.
Okay.
Is that cool with you guys? Alright, so we'll do that, and then what is up with this thing though? Yeah, alright, well let me give me 1 second, you guys. Let me go ahead and switch the page. We're just gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. And Nora, you want to tell them about some of the upcoming shows we have planned?
Well, again, next Thursday we're doing a live ghost hunt, Tim and I, and then after that, Tim's going to pick out some subjects. We are going to do some more cursed shows.
Yeah.
My favorite subject is the Rebel Without a Cause. There's a lot of tragedy with that one.
Yeah, and if there's anything you guys want us to do a show on, let us know. Because we, pick shows out that we think sometimes you may be interested in. Sometimes we pick out really crappy shows that you guys aren't interested in. But for the most part, we pick shows that we think you guys will enjoy, topics
Now-
and stuff like that. So if you guys have any, just tweet us at LiveSci-Fi. There's a lot of guests and stuff that we've had on in the past. So if there's anything else that you would like us to cover, please let us know.
What about the black-eyed children? Do you think they would like to have?
Well, we did show on the Black-Eyed Children.
Okay.
Yeah, so they can.
I mean, video part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
So, but I'm gonna go ahead and just.
They want to know what's your favorite.
My favorite show.
I don't know what she's.
Jinn. They want to do a show on the Jinn.
Yeah, what is that all
The
about?
Jinn is actually a Muslim dark entity.
Oh,
It's kind of similar to
yeah.
what a Christians call a demon, except they're like trickster spirits that kind of have some of the same characteristics and qualities as a Christian demon.
Oh, well, that would be interesting.
Yeah, a lot of people see them as shadow figures and stuff like that, but they're they come from Muslim culture. So,
So it's their version of a demon?
yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether or not they possess people, like in the way that we think of possession, but it would be really interesting to have a Jinn expert and talk about that. So that's a very good idea, you guys. Yeah, they're neutral beings, but they are tricksters. So let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and just
So we're ending the show then?
We're ending this one, but then
Okay.
we're just gonna leave the Justin one on, and then we're gonna do the show. But I'm gonna you guys just refresh the Live Sci-Fi page, and then you guys will have the new player up, and you guys will be able to watch. So
should we say goodbye?
not yet. Just keep
Okay.
asking.
Okay. What about? I have another suggestion that I had asked you about.
Mm-hmm.
The haunted tunnels in Portland, Oregon. I don't know if you've ever heard of those, but they're tunnels that go underneath the city of Portland, and they're supposed to be extremely haunted.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get that guy that does the tours, the tunnel tours, to come onto the show to be a guest. I think that would be a really great show. What do you guys think?
I would love to go out and investigate that place.
Yeah, that's not that far, Tim.
Yeah, I know.
Oregon.
Oregon, I love Oregon.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys. We'll be back soon. We're gonna do a ITC. So give us about 5 minutes, and we'll have the ITC going for you.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. For anybody that's still with us, we'll see you in a little bit. And those who are leaving, thank you so much for joining Tim and I tonight. We appreciate. Don't forget, give us a like, please, and please subscribe. Thank you
to our
so
YouTube
much.
Channel.
Yes.
Live Sci-Fi DOT TV on YouTube. So thank you guys.
Thanks. Bye. Thank you.
All right, so I'll just go ahead and get the other one started right now. We'll just
Okay.
do that. We're still live.